us about your childhood and what school was like growing up.
My childhood basically mingle around with Orang Asli kids, and the thing that what make us different from the other Orang Asli kids because we are born in we are staying in the very urban area.
Tell us about the area you grew up in.
I grew up in the Bukit Lanjan, Damansara Perdana, previously known as Kampung Orang Asli Bukit Lanjan, but that kampung is the first kampung that been developed by the state government at the time. So what happened was like where I only managed to stay in the jungle until I'm like 3 years old.
Right.
But starting from afterward, we have to move forward to a new settlement, temporary settlement. It's like some kind of long houses, and then after that, after they are finished building our bungalow houses, only we moved to the bungalow house. So it's like totally like a phase of changes.
Right. Do you remember growing up in the jungle?
Of course I remember. Even though like people say, oh, it's impossible for you to remember, but for me I remember because my house was so big, and then there's like mangosteen, and they got like durian or orchard, something like that. Like it's so big, and then rambutan as well. Like it's like every day is a venture. Like we don't have toys. Back during our time, we don't have like Barbie dolls. We don't have like like all these toys that the city children playing. We don't have that. So we have our own creativity, like inventing toys from our whatever we have from our surroundings.
Were you exposed to regular Malaysians, city folk, as you put it? No, not
because
all?
like in our settlement, we also have our primary school there. So
this
basically,
is
like
primary school you went to?
Yeah, that I went to, like I mentioned earlier, like those primary school whereby the same community go to the school.
So you mentioned in a Malay Mail article that came out recently that you were disappointed when you went to an Orang Asli primary school. Why was that?
I was disappointed when I went to secondary school, and then I feel like wow, like the difference, the culture shock that I experiencing, like there's like a lot of races, and then they're like the English much more better than me. To be honest, like my English was not very good. I just started to speak English while I was in the secondary school. I don't really speak English in primary school.
So this secondary school was a regular kebangsaan school, was it? So
school.
you were then exposed to non-Orang Asli people.
Yes.
What was that like for you?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to express it because it quite nervous sometimes. You want to be like mingle around with them, like hoping they will accept you. Like you wear the same dress like them, you wear the same shoes like them. What kind of brand of the bag they also wear, but still the acceptance is not there. There was like people who's like question where I coming from, like what's my religion, and then start to calling me all these derogatory terms like sakais, jakuns, like orang hutan, gobet jungle. Kids can be so mean during that time. So eventually it's quite depressing. The reason why I said like why I didn't go for the mixed primary school, I mean, like I should go to mixed primary school whereby I can experience the bully earlier, so that I can actually
learn
when
how
in secondary
to
school I will learn
it.
how to cope with it and cooperate with it.
Did your teachers say anything to this type of bullying? I mean, did they tell the others like this is just not on, we don't do this?
Because the teachers are not in the class where the bullying happens.
In high school, your excitement of meeting people from all walks of life was short-lived, and it was because of the ignorance that you found. So how did you overcome that?
I just focus on my study. Because if I tell my mom will say like just ignore them, like why you want to know, like like she's like why you want to like let them hurt your feeling, whatever. Just ignore their thing and then show that you can do it by studying hard. And that's what I do. I make sure like every single time, every year I be on the top 5, and I never failed doing that.
Did you, while you were being bullied, did you ever try to educate these people, like
there's no chance for me to talk.
Really? It was that bad, was it?
For me, because they bully me when I was in Form 1, but when they see my result and then how I very dedicated to my studies, so they don't bully me so much. But to my friend who's in the lower class, where all the bad boys is there, the people are there, so they're unable to cope with that. So they always get the being bullied consistently, you know, until some of them drop off.
Yeah,
you know?
that's sad,
And
isn't it?
then they're like, I feel I quite lucky because in my class they only use like verbally bully, but in other class which my friend is, they use physical, like, you know, taking the broom and then start to, you know, kicking them, calling Sakai, Jakun, that kind of stuff.
You were working before you decided to pursue law and law school. What made you leave your job in construction?
Because you know, sometimes in a point of your life you feel like, am I for this, like, you know, because I was in the sales position and I feel like what I am is a tool for the company to move forward. So but what benefit I get? And then for me, like, I really want to help my community. I see like there's a lot of people who are not from Orang Asal tribe, but they want to help out my community, which doesn't be successful because they, you know, they're not a part of us. They don't really know what's Orang Asli is. So I think if I be that person, like maybe a city custom but Orang Asli version, right? So I can engage more with my people.
Right. How do you think having legal knowledge will help your community specifically?
For me, having legal knowledge, like basically I can help them solve some situation that arising, because if you see the common thing that all the Orang Asli plight of Orang Asli in Malaysia basically about their land issues, because compared to other races, we don't have grant to actually declare the land was ours, you know. We only have like the land in the sense of saying like is being passed by generation to generation, and our land was being held by the Jabatan Kementerian Orang Asli, which is the Ministry of the State of Orang Asli Affairs. So like we don't have the control over it. Right. So when there is some development that the particular government want to do for a certain state, right? So they don't really come up with a good decision that can be enjoy or beneficial for the Orang Asli community. So I have to be there to actually explain to them what is the good for them if they want to do this kind of contract, you know, so at least benefit for them as well.